Peace, diehards. It's your boy E with the Any Star. Yeah, man, I'm getting myself set up for the podcast. So the Knicks are in command of the game, man. I just heard the guys on the Celtics broadcast say that. So I'm watching it on the stream and stuff. Like I said, I'm getting ready. But as you saw in the little intro video, we got this is MLK. This is the MLK game. So it's a loaded day. It's a lot of stuff to reflect. A lot of things to just be thankful for, man, and whatever. A lot of stuff just to keep in perspective, man. Especially with stuff going on with the with politics and stuff going on in this country. Just the day to day, not even having to do a podcast. Excuse me, on politics and stuff like that. It's just crazy. But to be an American, man, to be a good American, to be a minority, black person in America, man, you gotta have balls, man. So you know where I'm going with this. Yeah, man, I gotta put in my Manscaped my ad here, man. So DiehardKnicks podcast is sponsored by Manscaped. So go to manscaped.com and use promo code DiehardKnicks20 and you'll be able to get 20% off plus free shipping. So this is your boy DiehardKnicks, Manscaped.com, man. So anyway, I'm using the products and stuff like that. So right now I'm showing you the ball deodorant and the ball reviver. So it's like kind of bugged out. That's what they call the crop reviver. It's all funny with the wording and stuff like that, man. But these products are pretty good. I actually been using the ball deodorant not every day, but I'm just using it, just to see, So I had a long day at work or whatever, man. So I literally worked 15 hours, man. So using this, in the beginning of the day, as the day went on, I just noticed that I was a little bit more, fresher down there, man. You know what I'm saying? So. That's something using the field 15 hours a day, man. So there's another thing here. This is like a ball. It's called a ball toner, crop reviver. So this is kind of basically like the deodorant, but it's more like a I don't know, like a freshener or whatever. So I actually used that this morning. You know what I'm saying? So so far so good, man. You notice certain things because you know your body and stuff. You notice certain things when you use it. So I mean, so far so good. These products have been something that I've been wanting to try myself, but now since I'm being sponsored by them, I'm actually getting to use them, and they actually are pretty good stuff, man. So anyway, look at the bottom there, DiehardKnicks. Go to manscaped.com to get 20% off for free shipping using promo code DiehardKnicks20. So the game is still going, and right now on my delay, I still got about 2.5 minutes left. Let me see on the actual game. It's 126 on the actual game. So I'm about a whole minute behind, man. Wow. So far, so good. The actual score that I'm looking at, the Knicks are up 46-31. So I'm not going to talk too much about the game right this minute because we're going to talk about it when the guys jump in. Yeah, man. But so far, so good. I'm looking at just the basic run around at the different stats and stuff. And so far, the Knicks have kind of woken up a little bit. Certain players have woken up. And it's really that Boston is missing their main scorer because they have Brad Stevens and stuff. We'll talk about all this stuff later on. But Brad Stevens has his offense. He has his guys playing hard and playing professional. But you got to be realistic with what you're looking at because they're really like a one-on-one team. They did that last year. Like they had almost four guys in that was averaging 20 points a game. Even the dude that went to Charlotte, I think he averaged 17. He averaged 17 points. Tatum and the other two guys, they averaged 20 points a game. Three guys averaged 20 points a game. So, they're really just like a ISO team. Right now they don't have anybody to go ISO, so they've been running the offense, and they're just not a good team. They're not a good team without their star players. So we're just waiting for the other guys to jump in. It's the DiehardKnicks podcast. Let me get rid of this ad. Thanks again for those that they've been checking out the ads and stuff. Yeah, man, that's like the next evolution of the podcast, man. And I work hard off the podcast and for the podcast, I've been working hard trying to improve what I'm doing here and stuff and try to get you guys better content and just try to be a little bit more consistent, man. I have a audio podcast that I'll be doing every Tuesday. It's going to be different than what you see here. A little bit more rough. I'm probably going to do a lot more cursing and stuff of that nature. A lot of more grimier, content on the audio. So look out for that. It's available on all audio platforms, and you'll be able to catch that, man. So we got some guys in here, man. We got Charles Dead. I showed him a little earlier. The Prince is here. The Prince Bun. We looking good. Yeah, man. We looking really good right now. Did the second half start yet? Checking it out. We got 50 more seconds left in this second half. Yeah, so I really, when it comes to guests, I really don't know who's gonna pop up here. I know I sent out the link to certain people, whatever. If they jump in, they jump in. If not, then we just get busy. Let me see here. There's one guy I can't believe I forgot to invite my guy here. So we'll see. Yeah, man. Just came on a little bit earlier so I can do that Manscaped advertisement. I actually have another sponsor too. I'm gonna shout them out a little bit later on once I get a little bit more organized with that. Yeah, man. But I'm looking at a minute. I have a minute left. I'm still watching the game. The actual game. Are we at halftime yet? Let me see. We still got 50 seconds. 34 seconds. Let me see. We might have another guy. Somebody else I forgot. So let's hit my man here. Yeah, man. It's only a 15-minute show. Sometimes 20 minutes, depending on how we go here. So let's do another invite. And we can see what happens, man. All right, so far 34 seconds in the game. Yeah, man. So far, so good, man. Like it's I know it's early. I know the early start of the game kind of messed me up because I'm usually like scrambling. You guys have no idea, man. Usually I'm scrambling like a crazy person trying to get to the crib so I can watch the game in peace. A lot of the times I'm running, walking in the street, looking at my hand, hoping that nobody freaking mugs me or attacks me from behind, man. But I'm like keyed in looking at this game. I don't want to miss it, not just because I'm doing the shows, just because this is something I don't want to forget, man. I'm on something different. Nowadays, I just don't want to mess anything. It's something I want to do. I just got to find time for it, man. Especially with the show and with the game stuff. Other things too, man. I'm trying to get it all done. No matter what it is. So we still got 34 seconds on the clock here. 22 seconds. Knicks up 48-35. I got a little bit of delay on the regular thing. One thing I want to point out outside of the game stuff, just the little chicken wings. I don't remember guys giving chicken wings back in the days, especially let's say if you play on pickup. I don't remember people giving you chicken wings when you played, man. I remember people getting in fights if that type of stuff was happening. Chicken wings is not part of basketball, man. That's something different. Guys back in the days that say like Ewing and Lonzo Mourning, they did a lot of pushing and shoving, but no chicken wings. There was nothing. If they did a move, they just did a move, and there was no like swing to get the guy off of you. There was no such thing as that. It's just a different style of play, different era, man. These guys are just soft. They don't like you touching them. That they don't want you touching them. I don't know what that's about. Maybe that's because half of these guys were on Infamil. These guys are not breastfed, so they don't like to be touched. Whatever, man. Excuse me. Yeah, but that I can't stand. I haven't played pickup in a while, but when I did play pickup, I don't tolerate all that chicken wing shit, man. Are we gonna play basketball or not? All right, so I got 30 seconds on my game I'm watching, but I'm looking to see that the halftime actually started. So anyway, let's get busy. Without further ado, this is DiehardKnicks podcast. Ebru at the half, DiehardKnicks podcast. Let's get busy. Yeah, man. So this is official start to the halftime show, man. So we got the Knicks are up. We are up. What? Let me just make sure I get the actual score here. The Knicks are up 48-35, man. As you can see, I love the shot chart. The shot chart here. The shot chart at the half right now. If you look at it, these are the shots the Knicks always want to get, man. We're getting shots at the rim. We're getting shots like around the free throw line because that's where our offense usually starts. 3-point shots. For surprisingly, we're hitting. We're hitting a little bit of them, at a decent clip. If you look at the Celtics, straight trash. The one side of the court, they just dead. they're getting like putbacks and like little kind of like shots at the rim that we're just kind of like they're really like missed defensive assignments. Everything that they've been getting close to the basket has been like really just missed defensive assignments. And the 3-point shots, man, like our game plan from Tom Thibodeau seems to be just let these guys get the 3-pointers because we want them to get out of their offense. If they're gonna shoot threes, then let's get shot down by the threes. But the old school way was like if you're gonna shoot, prove it, because some of these guys, they're like back in the days they would just be specialists because all they could do is shoot 3-pointers. But nowadays everybody wants to shoot 3-pointers. So if you want to shoot them, let's see if you can make them, man. So I agree with that concept. So we got some guests coming in here. So I want to bring in the new guest. I actually did a podcast with him the other night. This is my man from the Knicks at Night TV. What's going on, my brother?
What's up, bro?
What's your quick thoughts of this game from the get-go?
Well, from the get-go, man, I just think that the Knicks look like they're playing well. It quickly came in to give them a boost off the bench once again. I don't see why he's starting other than he's a rookie, but Payton had a big turnover. You see just now to end the half, he had a bad turnover, but he made it up by getting a block. And I think Mitchell Robinson should sit out, man. I think he's going to do more bad to himself than good. Like, I know he's trying to play through the injury, but I think he's going to hurt himself. He should just sit out and sit out this game and let Taj Gibson and Noel play at center and give Obi Toppin some more minutes.
Yeah, I agree with that because he's been limping. I want to say like the last three games or so. Yeah. So we got another guy here. This is Mr. Simeon Russell from the Nothing But Knicks podcast. What's good, Sim?
What's going on, fellas? I'm good, man. How you feeling?
All right.
Yeah, I think the Knicks gotta continue to play with this type of intensity in the second half. The Celtics not gonna lay down for you. You know what I mean? And they're gonna play. What they're looking to do is get down the stretch, be within the game down the stretch. The Celtics right now, well, then they can have probably, one of the best lineups on the floor with Kemba Walker playing down, the last 5 minutes of the game, with Jaylen Brown, and, whoever else they're going to have out there with them. So, the Knicks just gotta stay with it, stay intense, keep the intensity up. Continue to fight for the loose balls because right now they're winning the battle. They're winning the 50-50 battle, getting those loose balls. They're winning the rebounding battle. They got to continue to do those things. I mean, they're going to make mistakes. They got to win the effort battle. They win the effort battle, they'll have a chance.
Yo, speaking of effort, man, I want to bring up the point that your voice is nice and deep this afternoon, man. This is like an early game. Yeah. I know it messed us all up. This morning, I'm like, what am I gonna do? Because I had so much stuff that I had to do this morning. But in my mind, it's like, oh my god, the Knicks play at 1:00. I gotta get time free or whatever. So I kind of just like ruined the family's day, and just so I can be ready to watch this game or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. So the voice is nice and crispy, bro. Well, you mentioned both of you guys mentioned a couple things, man. But I'm actually watching the game through the Celtics eyes, through the Celtics broadcast. How are you guys watching? How are you watching the game, Sim?
I'm watching it on NBA TV, so I'm hearing it through the Boston Celtics broadcasters. They're getting on my nerves.
Yeah,
they're getting on my nerves big time.
How about you?
I'm watching on MSG, so So.
Okay. Well, what I want to bring out about these announcers is that they basically kind of agree with Tom Thibodeau with not starting quickly right away, but they also agreed that he's nice, and they also said that basically they're not going to straight up say it, but they basically said that Payton is a bum. He's been in this league for 7 years. He seemed like he can't make a jump shot. He's not making any passes, and he can't shoot. So they were kind of like dry shitting on him a little bit there.
I mean. You think so?
Yeah, they made a couple.
I heard them in the beginning. They say Payton's getting to wherever he wants to on the floor.
Yeah, I heard that too. But they said when he gets there, he's not doing nothing.
I mean, he's not converting. We all know that about him. That's. We all know that about Payton. I mean, again, like I was saying in the game preview, it's not all about just who's the better player. And that's what people just have to realize. It's not about who's the better player. It's about, which lineups are going to work well and where you're going to get the most productivity from your player. Emmanuel Quickley, he's not going to speed up the starting lineup. He's not going to make that lineup go fast. That's not the style that they play. Maybe a little bit quicker, but they're not going to be this up-tempo running up and down the floor type of lineup. So would you rather have Elfrid Payton and Austin Rivers bogging down the second unit?
Yeah, I get that. And so I mean, I agree. I agree with Tom Thibodeau with the way that he's doing, because I mean, like you said, we don't have a fast game, fast players. So him coming off the bench kind of works with the personnel that we have. But
exactly.
At the same time, in the long season, right? Long season, we're gonna definitely need the skills that he brings, not necessarily just for the lineup that we have, but just for the ever evolving lineup that we have.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger issue is who's in the game come down the stretch. That's the only thing that we should worry about. You know what I'm saying? When you get down to the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game, who's playing then? What happens from the beginning, in the middle? I'm not saying it doesn't mean anything because it leads up to the end, right? But that's what you should worry about. Who's playing, who's playing down the stretch. That's the key.
Right. But I just want to say that, you're right about the end of the games, but sometimes being down from the beginning, digging yourself out of a hole, it hasn't happened this game, but usually with the slow starts, it's like an uphill battle. And with the shooting is what causes us to have that uphill battle. And Peyton
but we're assuming that you're going to start Emmanuel Quickley and you're going to come out and actually have a 10-point lead because you started Emmanuel Quickley. Don't assume that, because a lot of the work that you see Quickley doing is against second units. He does it against first units as well, but you haven't seen what he looks like coming out, against the first unit. You'll get a chance. I can guarantee it. Elfrid Payton's going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? He's going to get injured. He gets injured every year, and you'll get a chance to see what Emmanuel Quickley looks like when playing against a first unit. And I think some people are then going to maybe be a little bit surprised that the Knicks don't run out to a 10-point lead every game, and they still end up starting the game sometimes down 5, sometimes down 10. You know what I'm saying? And then who you coming off the bench with? What boost are you coming off the bench with? That's where people, I think, and I see some people say Simeon's going to defend Elfrid Payton. I'm not defending Elfrid Payton. I could care less if Elfrid Payton is our starting point guard or not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not tied to Elfrid Payton. I just, people always looking to blame one person instead of looking at a team concept. And that bothers me because they did the same thing with Randall. Basketball is a team game. You know what I'm saying? You put people with certain lineups. You've seen Elfrid Payton and Austin Rivers in the starting lineup together. The ball was dribble. So now you want to put Austin Rivers and Elfrid Payton in the second unit together too, right? When you got Kevin Knox, who needs someone to get him the ball. You got Obi Toppin, who you've seen, he can't create his own shot for nothing, who needs somebody to get him the ball. But you want to have two guards that are going to be dribble heavy with those guys in there? That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Seem like the starting lineup, Julius Randle, RJ Barrett, they can get their own shots. You know what I'm saying? If it comes down to that, Kevin Knox, Obi Toppin, they can't. They need a guard that can get them the ball, that can help the offense move in certain ways. So it comes down to lineups. Right. It just bothers me when people want to, always put it on one person. Like this one change is going to make the team click. That one change is not going to make the team click. And all of a sudden be this top team.
One thing I want to bring out before we get started is this. I don't know if you guys can see this here. This is all the coaches that we've had since Brad Stevens has been a coach of the Celtics, man. So this is kind of bugged out here. It's seven coaches: Mike Woodson, Derek Fisher, Kurt Rambis, Jeff Hornacek, David Fizdale, Mike Miller, and Tom Thibodeau, man. So we're talking about 7 coaches, man. And this is like seven people that we've had this conversation with, guys that have game plans, and we try to blame certain players and stuff like that, and then we end up getting to a conversation where we want to fire the coach, So we actually are almost there. I'm seeing it in on Twitter. I'm seeing it in different people's comments on Instagram and stuff like that. They're actually saying that we need to get rid of Tom Thibodeau. So this is something that we have to nip in the bud, man. Talk basketball and all that stuff, but all this emotional stuff that has to do with this guy sucks, we need to bring this guy in, this guy is terrible, because through our voices and through the stuff that we create with our own selves, that trickles down on the court, man. These guys see everything, and that messes up whatever is going on, on the real court. What do you guys think about all this stuff?
Yeah, I don't know why people are calling. Well, I mean, people are basically calling, for Tom Thibodeau because he's not starting quickly, or Kevin Knox. Basically, that's what they're saying. You know what I mean? And, the issue is none of us have ever coached in the NBA. and none of us have ever coached, this talent of players. So, Tom Thibodeau's, he has a career, and he's been good at his career. We got to let him do his job. You know what I'm saying? Clearly he knows what he's doing because he's had success in the NBA. He hasn't won a championship yet, but he's had some success in the NBA, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, like you said, I don't know. We keep forgetting that Alex Burke is not there, so maybe you insert him in the lineup and he'll help with the shooting. Instead of taking Peyton out, you could put him at the 2 and put RJ at the 3.
Again, this lineup is not. Everything is, I think everything, like Tip's been saying, everything is up for, everything is on the table, but, like I was saying in the game preview, I think what he's doing is you gotta develop some consistency first. When we look at what Fizdale would do, there was somebody new in the lineup every other day. Right? A different lineup. Everything was shuffling around. You never knew who was going to play. One guy played 30 minutes one day. The next day, they don't play any minutes at all. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knew what was happening. Right now, I think he's developing some consistency, letting guys understand what their roles are. And then once you understand what your roles are, and he understands what their roles are, now you can start to tinker with things. You know what I'm saying? That's how things have to go. And I see Rudy A. Maybe you do have to wait until Peyton gets hurt to see quickly in the starting lineup. It happens like that all across the league every single season. Right. That's the way things happen. That's the way the NBA goes, my friend. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But basically, I think Tom Thibodeau is let me develop some consistency with this team. Let guys understand what their roles are. I got to understand what these guys can do. And once we have that, now I can start to tinker with the lineups. We as fans has got to be patient. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of tinkering with the lineups and stuff like that, I got the most beautiful human being you ever seen in your life, man. You guys get ready, because we got Andy from Poland. This is one of the sexiest men on earth. Yeah. Hide your wives and your daughters and whatever, man. So what you got to say, Andy?
You got jokes, Hero. You got jokes, bro.
What's going on, Andy?
Yeah, just to piggyback on the IQ to the starting lineup. I don't know if you guys realize if IQ is hitting those shots, those floaters or 3-pointers, and he's playing at point guard, the offense is basically like Ivanhoe. If he has the ball, he almost doesn't run the plays that Tibbs wants. It's just wild. But if the shot is falling, the Knicks look really good. So and I don't think we can realize and think about consistency from IQ. He's a rookie, and I don't think this is going to be consistent for more than couple of games in a row. And then he's going to have a game like 2 for, 16, 12 or whatever he's going to shoot. So it's going to be bad days as well for him.
All right, cool. But guess what?
What?
Bye.
The
game started, man. It's 50-35. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm sorry, Andy, that I saw you a little bit late, man.
No problem, bro.
Yeah, you finished it off, man. I got a chance to get my wife to get away from the screen. So she don't.
All right.
All right, my man.
All right, man. Later.
Peace, guys.